guys, welcome back. This time I'm doing a actually a very popular request, which is sand. And a lot of people are wondering how to jam over sand. Now, this makes sense because sand is a very static jam. It really focuses on this really tight groove, and Trey just kind of pops around the guitar. I really did like what I did for my little intro solo, and if you did like that, I'll show you everything that's going on. So first, let's just talk about Sand, the song. Here's the thing: is a lot of people think it comes from an A minor pentatonic. Kind of does. We have this like fifth fret, kind of fifth chord, or then. So we have fifth fret, boom, then up, then we do it a couple times. Then we have this guy here. That's as far as I'm going to go into it. But if you look at that, we have all these notes from the A minor pentatonic. But really, this comes from an A minor 7. And I'm going to be coming out with a masterclass soon, how to understand the guitar like Trey. Okay, I'm working on it. It's actually done. It's got the videos going. Anyway, this is an A minor 7 jam. All right, so again, just like in my Maze, the A minor 7, Trey really likes jamming on these minor 7th chords because it lends the ability to work in the Dorian mode. So today's study on Sand is really going to be working how to work in the Dorian mode, what the Dorian mode is, and how to get it to sound like what Trey does in Sand. So again, we have this little tight jam. Alright, so there's that. So we had this A Dorian. So before we even touch this, let's just talk about what a Dorian mode is. Now, some of you might know this, some of you, again, might not, but if you do, it's really worth a listen because we're going to kind of dive a little deeper. All right, so the Dorian mode is the second mode, right? It is a minor mode, so it has a little more sadder sound or intense sound than a major scale. But the intervals of a Dorian are actually quite interesting. So let's just go over, in the 5th fret, a Dorian scale. Okay, so we have 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so we have that right there. Hope I said that right, but there's your Dorian scale. So let's just take a look at the first 8 notes. You have 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Really interesting scale. Really is, okay? So you have the 5, 7, 8. This is a minor scale. That's what makes the scale minor, is that guy right there. That guy right there makes the minor scale. And then we have the 4 and 5. So you have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5. And a normal minor scale would have this flat 6 here, but the Dorian scale doesn't have a flat 6. It has a major 6 right there, and then a minor 7th, and back to 8. So if you look, you have a minor scale up until this point right here, this little major 6th. Okay, this major 6 gives this scale like a sad beginning and then almost a happy resolve. All right, and that's a really fun scale to play in because if you want, you can stay on the low end. And then bring it home with a little happiness. All right, and right there is really the interesting fact about Dorian mode, which is that it's just a minor scale with a happy ending with a major 6th. All right, so my whole entire philosophy on modes is that you have to know what note is special in that mode, and if you're going to be playing the mode, you have to use that note. That's the most important thing, because if you're not using that note, then you might as well not have been playing that mode. So now, let's point out in this scale those major 6. So you have a regular minor scale, okay, you have 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, and 4. That 4th fret, that's your major 6. 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7. There it is again, that's your 6. And back to, 8th fret here, and back home here. All right, so your major 6s are the 4th fret of the D string and the 7th fret of the B string. So that's the special note in Dorian. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to load this backing track here, and I'm just going to play, and I'm going to kind of point out that when you're playing first in Sand, you want to use this scale, and you really want to come off, or you really want to use that 6th, especially when you're leading towards home. So here we go. Let's see what it sounds like. There it is. longer, and back home. There it is. And back home. Now, here's that 6 here. I can come out like... Alright, so get the idea. Trey's playing is... You know, my friend Matt, who I referenced in the other video, said it's quite playful, and that's so true. His playing is so playful, and that major 6 gives this scale, or this sound, this jam, that playful sound that Trey is like known for, that iconic Trey like diddling, which is just fascinating. So this is part 1. There's a lot to do in this song, believe it or not. So you have this Dorian scale that Trey's in, all right, and really he's really using that major 6 a lot in this song and a lot of other songs to give that Trey sound. He loves it. Actually, if you ever listen to Phish in the year 2009 and 10, he always did this line. Okay, volume. Always. And that's the 5 to the major 6 to the 7. He loves that major 6 in the Dorian. All right. So now, one thing I do in the jam that you saw in the beginning is this really cool thing that Trey really does to build up the tension. Now, the Dorian mode itself, again, starts off the bottom half minor, resolves to the set. And so if you watched my videos on the Never Lost Pentatonic and the power of the 5s and all those things, you'll understand this. So let's go over again. We have 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. And there's my root note here. You put your first finger here. And Trey does this stuff with these repeating phrases. And he's climbing up that minor sound. So, oh, by the way, you put your first finger there. And you can play the same Dorian scale in octapier. 7, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. Sorry, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10. So you have... So this is a little Dorian scale just based off of, here's one root note, and then the 7th fret of the G strings, all the root notes. Same scale, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, sorry, 7, 8, 10. Man, I suck today. But again, there's that major 6th. All right, so you have the root note, the second note, minor 3rd, 4, 5, major 6, flat 7, and 1. And you'll see I'm like... And just keep on like coming back home to that low root note, and then climb up a little bit, come back home, climb up, and then go up to that 1. So really, in Sand, we have this Dorian, and he's making very good use of that major 6, which makes the Dorian scale very special. It's a minor scale with a major 6. That's all it is. And it fits really well on top of a minor 7th progression. And lo and behold, you have an A minor 7 for Sand. And really, Trey's just... really hopping around that thing. The one thing he does do, and I've listened to a couple Sands, is let's just talk about the power of that 5. Okay, one of those videos I have, power of 5. Here's the 5. Okay, this note right here, 5th fret of the B string, right here. That's the 5. All right, and now what he does, if you remember in one of my videos, I can't remember, I made so many videos. Every note has sonic values compared to each other. Okay, and that's a very important theme that I'll be getting into. What he does a lot is he likes going to this 5 and landing on this 5 and creating some movement. But the way he does it is quite interesting. He'll play this 4, 5, 7 and this 8, 7 of the scale. And go and then land on that 5. This is what it sounds like in context. Here we go. There it is. Now I'm going to let the music play. What he does is he lands on the 5, and that 5 is kind of like landing on something very unstable for a couple of seconds, and then he keeps moving. So it acts as a resolve, but it builds a little bit of tension where you can then go to the 1, which would be, I guess, here. Here's that root note, okay? So I know I'm going fast, but if you guys follow my other videos, you understand. So I had this like, I'm not going to hit the 5, I'm dancing around. 5. I haven't resolved yet. I touched, yeah, I resolved right there, but you hear what it sounds like. I resolved too early, but he again will surround the notes of the 5 using 4, 5, 7, and that guy, and dance around it, land on the 5, then carry the riff up into the 1. I'll do it one more time. So you get the point. So I hope we did a decent job. Running on 11 minutes now. So let's talk. We have an A minor 7 progression. You're going to be using a D Dorian. All right, D Dorian, an A Dorian. Really? Just fire me. Just unsubscribe. All right, A Dorian. And what makes a Dorian scale different from the other scales is we use a major 6th instead of a minor 6th in the minor scale. That note is very playful. It brings a really good like tense moment up to this like really like joyful resolve, and you can hear it specifically in the song when he's playing it. He will use the minor half of that, like the thicker part of the scale, to build a little bit of tension and climb up to that past that major 6 into the 1, which gives it that nice like tre resolve. He will also dance around the 5 using, let's see, the major 2nd, sorry, the 2nd, the minor 3rd, the 4, and the flat 7 and the 6, and he'll kind of use these notes, and he'll frame out that 5, hit the 5. And it gives a really good sense of resolve, and it'll climb back up to the 1. So I hope that all made sense. Let me know what you think. Sand, there you go. That's how Trey does it. Yeah. Bye.